Hey y'all, what's going on? Welcome back to Cali B TV. And you know what? Before we get started, I know you guys see these people on my screen, but I wanted to first ask you to go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed. You know how we do it. Okay, so go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed, and then hit the notification bell so you can get all my notifications before we get into this. I don't even know what to say, but all I know is that I do and I will give my people a chance, you guys, before I go in on them. I made a video in August, okay, of last year when our California Secretary of State made the announcement, or was kind of getting around it. They were going to try and do a reparations package. So, hey, listen, we all for it. Reparations, we have been hearing it here and there, and, hearing little buzzwords here and there. And we've been trying to get this reparations going. But it's really a shame and a disgrace that it has not been done by this time. It's absolutely ridiculous. And you would think that we've come so far and our people have, kicked down so many doors, and our leaders and our warrior class that have made great changes and strides here in America, even though we are the Aboriginal people. But sometimes when you have people that are just prone to violence, and everywhere they go, it's just violence and let me take over and let me take everything. And, it's just those people are just, you're never going to get away from them. Everything that's going on has been prophesied. Everything that's going on. So we just have to navigate through it. And those who are foul and not doing what they're supposed to do, eventually it's going to, they will be getting their coattail pulled. But in the meantime and in between time, we have a group of people that look like us and that have been trying to play us from day one. I am so disgusted. I want to get these people in and out of my screen so I don't have to talk about their disgusting, lying, pathetic, trifling behinds anymore. I'm going to be professional, and I'm just going to get straight to it, because I always give a person the benefit of the doubt, especially my people. And it's just so disgusting and so sad to see. Take the white people out of the equation, because nobody is making our people do what they do. They can suggest it. They can knock them on the shoulder or bump into them and try to get things going. But at the end of the day, it's your individual acts. You choose those individual acts. So there is no blaming nobody else. And the people that look like you, that are right in your face, that are blocking you, they are literally, to me, worse. They are worse than the white supremacists. They are worse than the racists. They are worse than the hate mongers. They're worse because they're sitting right in your face and lying to you and using you, just being so blatantly disrespectful, trying to play games, thinking they're going to be victorious at the end. Because sometimes people, when they get around other people, when they get around white people and they get around different environments, they actually think that they're better than those black people. They're just nobody. We're better than them because they have a political position, or they have a talk show, or they made significant amount of money. They literally think that they're better, and that they'll be better off doing for others before their own, not realizing that the enemy is watching them betray their own people. How far do you think you're going to get? Now, I'm going to give the Secretary of State, I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt, because she is a senior, great-grandma age. Although I really want to kind of read her rights, because she did go in and how much we are due reparations, and African Americans are due reparations, and everybody has had reparations. I don't know if you've seen these 14 bills. I'm sure you have. But I know your daughter, you and her have discussed it, because this is your baby. So you did all of this to redo a whole nother civil rights bill and a whole nother reparations that once is written for a particular group of people, it benefits everybody else except that group of people. Do you mean to tell me you did all that talking and all that jaw-jacking, knowing good and dang well these 14 bills that they're about to present to Gavin next Friday? Are you serious? This has nothing to do with reparations. So what I'm going to do real quick, I want you guys to understand California was supposed to, when the Secretary of State came with all that game that she came with, unfortunately, like I said, I don't want to be disrespectful, because she is my senior. But when you're disrespectful and you lie blatantly to our face, you're going to get a little bit of pushback. And if I have to give it to you, then I'll give it to you. And then if I can't give it to you, then I'll give it to your daughter. I give it to her for you, and she can tell you, because I think that that's very disrespectful of our Secretary of State to be her age and to have her experience and to literally get on television and to to ramble on all this black this and we reparations and it's time in California and are you serious? So I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt, Nana, because I just know that you didn't see these 14 bills that these 11 clowns in front of me on my screen are about to turn in with the one white boy handler. Yeah, Kevin, the white boy handler, Kevin, aka the swindler. This is Cali B, and I am back to give you the tea. Listen, do you guys see this group on my screen? This is supposed to be the California Legislative Black Caucus, but what they actually are is a group of detractive, deceiving, a whole little group of coon clowns, including you, Kevin. You're included in this coon clownery, okay? Because I know you're the handler and you're here in the Black Caucus to make sure that the foundational Black Americans or the Native Black Americans get nothing. That is your job. So I know that's your job and your position, and that's why you're here. So you can just stay on mute while I give the other 11 the business. You guys need to be ashamed of yourselves, and I want the world to see. I want everybody in America, starting with California all the way out, to see who these people are. These 11 legislature members are the 11 of the 80. Okay, so they're 11 of the 68 plus 69 with the white boy handler, Kevin, over there. And they are the ones who were supposed to get the legislature together once they got the report. And they were supposed to come up with some bills. And they came up with 14 bills. And I'm gonna read you guys the 14 bills real quick so I can get these clowns off of my screen as quickly as possible. I just wanted to give you guys a final follow-up because I'm very disgusted. I think that, they are literally, like Taraji said, these people are playing in our faces. You guys are really playing in our faces, and you think that you're something special. You think that you're better than. You think that you're untouchable when your job is actually to work for the people, your community that you are over. First, the people that look like you, and then everybody else, as all the other ones do, which I'm not mad at them. That's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to look out for their own first, and then everybody as a group. But what do you coon clowns do? You look out for everybody else because somebody may be poking you or prodding you, telling you what can't be done. But like Dave Chappelle did, when they was, playing funny with his money and not letting him do his job, he brought it to the public, and the public, the whole world got behind him and said, what's going on here? So you 11, none of you had the guts to step up and say, you know what, this is not right. We sitting up here giving the impression to our people that they are literally going to get reparations. And you guys know what reparations is. You know what it is. Tacky Tina, Lion Lola, y'all know what it is, right? Mia Chiquita, Lori the Line Widebacker Wilson. You guys know what reparations is, but you guys are playing in our faces. That's what you're doing. So this so-called California Legislative Black Caucus did nothing but actually waste our time. And Akila, your mother, tell her I said that was unnecessary for her to do that, and I'm very disappointed in her because she, of all people, should know better. But I'm not gonna go too hard on her because just saying this right here is good enough for her, because all that yapping she was doing is a disgrace. Because if she read these 14 bills that you guys are gonna give Gavin Newsom on next Friday, then she knows exactly what she said totally contradicted what's in these 14 bills that you so-and-sos came up with, and you guys ought to be ashamed of yourself. I can't even address you as Dr. Girl because you guys actually think that we're dumb. You guys must actually think that the Black community, the foundational Black community, are a bunch of dummies. But no, ma'am. Did you guys actually think that we're not going to go word for word to make sure that what your mama was out here woofing, we was not going to hold you to it? I want to give a shout out to my brothers and my sisters in the Black Grassroots because it has ignited so many of us to make sure we cross-check everything you coons are saying. And I'm calling you coons because that is exactly what you are. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. So I just wanted to show America, these are the 11 California legislative Black Caucus that's supposed to be representing us and fighting for the Black community. But what do? What do? They lie in our faces. They play in our faces. And like Cat Williams said, 2024, the lion will be exposed, and you all are being exposed. If somebody came to you and pressured you and said, no, you can't do this for the Black community, then you bring it to the public like Dave Chappelle did. And then we will rally behind you. All of us will rally behind you and make sure that they do what they're supposed to do and not come down on you. All you have to do is put these people in the public eye and they will back the hell down. But you clowns don't even have enough guts to do that. And all of you are well over age to where you know better. So I'm very disgusted in you. You have the audacity to think that we're going to just go for anything. Akilah, you're going to have your own mama come out here doing all that lip service. All that lip service that she was doing, that 2 years and all that crap. And then for you guys to come up with these 14 bills, it's nothing to do with reparations. Nothing at all. Absolutely nothing. So we're going to go over it. But I just wanted to just let you guys see these clowns, and the one white boy handler right here. And then all the rest of the 11 are a bunch of clowns. A bunch of pathetic, lying, loser, coon clowns that I'm disgusted in. I'm very disgusted in you. You guys have your nerve. So let me just show you guys real quick so I can get them the hell off of my screen. They disgust me so bad. Let me let you guys see what these clowns actually think that we were not gonna read. And she would Akilah Tequila wannabe diva, the skeezer, actually thought that she was gonna have her mammy come out here and just talk a bunch of yang and we were just gonna go with it. I'm very disappointed in you, Dr. Weber, because I bigged you up on my second video, but it's all good because I'm going to give my people the benefit of the doubt, and I'm going to hope they come through and keep their word. But unfortunately, you Democrats are disgusting. You're a bunch of lying demons, and you're just not for your people. You guys have literally been pulled in the room somewhere, threatened or whatever, to let you know, to tell you you're not going to ever do anything for the Black community. If that's what the case is, let us know. We will come and rally behind you. Why don't you guys stop being such wimps? Okay, so we're just going to get through this real quick because I'm so disgusted, but I just had to come back and let you guys know, let California know, let the Black Americans in California know, and so that everybody throughout the whole America will know that these lying Democrats, these lying blackface, coon, scary, weak, pathetic Democrats do not represent the Black community. This is what was said. This is their little California legislative after that 2-year report, which chapter 17 shows all the monetary things calculations that they came up with for those 4 or 5 different harms that they did the research on. All of them had a monetary, and even one I showed you guys on my last video that they said that this should be a good faith movement. You guys should give them a lump sum, just to show good faith because of all the terror that we have endured, but not these 11 Black coons. So this is what was said. While many only associate direct cash payments with reparations, the true meaning of the word to repair involves much more. That right there just ends it. But that right there says it all. Okay, so she's the chair. Okay, so let me go to the next one. As a result of the historic study by the California Reparations Task Force on the negative impacts of Jim Crow-styled laws brought to California, the California Legislative Black Caucus will present its first set of bills based upon the recommendations set forth in the task force final report. They didn't base the recommendations of cash payments in Chapter 17. No, they did not. Okay, this was their whole plan the whole time, especially Reggie Sawyer. Captain Coon Reggie Jones Sawyer. I met him last year at the Mother's Day luncheon he had. And, he said that he was not for lineage base, which it ended up being lineage base. But here he went and got his little payback on this end because he wants to include everybody. He wants to include Mexicans and illegals and Asians. He wants to include everybody. And again, I'm saying, Reggie, Captain Coon Reggie, Buck Dancing Reggie, where is the reparations for foundational Black Americans? We're not talking about everybody. This is another civil rights package. This is another affirmative action package where everybody else is going to benefit. Everybody else gets crowbarred in. That's what you wanted to do from day one, Reggie. Okay, so they have education, civil rights, criminal justice reform, health, and business. Okay, so there's 14 bills that they're going to present to Gavin Newsom on next Friday. Okay, so 1 through 14. Okay, AB 1929 to expand access to career technical education by creating a competitive grant program to increase enrollment of descendants, CTE programs at the high schools and college levels. Did y'all hear that? That's for everybody. Okay, AB X McCarthy, that's the white boy swindler. You're up, Kevin. His bill is career education financial aid for red line communities. Where is the Black reparations in that? So we got civil rights, ACA 7, and this is Jackson. This is Corey Swanky Janky Jackson in Riverside. Okay, and his bill is to amends the California Constitution to allow the state to fund programs for the purpose of increasing the life expectancy of, improving educational outcomes for, or lifting out of poverty specific groups. Where is the reparations for Black lineage-based foundational Americans? Okay, the next one. This is by Akila. Her bill is formally recognize and accept responsibility for all of the harms and atrocities committed by representatives of the state who promoted, facilitated, enforced, and permitted the institution of chattel slavery. You know what? You guys are causing us harm and atrocities. You guys are. All 11 of you. All of you. Okay, and then her second bill, trip this, y'all. Prohibit discrimination based on natural and protective hairstyles in all competitive sports by extending the Crown Act to explicitly include competitive sports within California. Okay, and so we got Stephen the Sneaky Creepy Bradford, the senator over in Gardena. We're watching all of you guys. Property takings. Restore property taken during race-based uses of eminent domain to its original owners, or provide another effective remedy where appropriate, such as restitution or compensation. Where is that at? Where? Coon Captain Reggie? His bill is issue a formal apology for human rights violation and crimes against humanity on African slaves and their descendants. You guys are committing crimes against us. You're committing crimes against humanity. The Black community. You, all 11 of you. The hell with the white. No, you guys are. You don't want to come with no apology. Trust me. Everybody listening, these 11, and anybody this governor, don't do it. Don't waste your time, because it's an insult. It's extremely disrespectful. You don't want to come with an apology. Trust me. Save your apology. Because the only ones that are violating our human rights and crimes against our humanity is these 11 here on this Black Caucus. Okay, so criminal justice reform. So Lori the Line Wide Backer Wilson, she comes with amend the California Constitution to prohibit involuntary servitude for incarcerated persons. That's something all in prison. Has nothing to do with us. Nothing to do with reparation. These are bills for everybody else and for everybody. You guys see, Black America, this is what the Democrats do. They lie in our faces. They play right in our faces. Instead of calling their behinds out and saying, look, y'all doing for y'all own, why can't we do for ours? And if they don't like it, record their behinds and then bring it to the public. And I guarantee you, we'll back you. But none of you guys have the guts to stand up. Another bill, fund community-driven solutions to decrease community violence at the family, school, and neighborhood levels in African-American communities, which communities involved in everybody's involved in that. Everybody's a part of that. By establishing a state-funded grant program. On to Chris Egghead Goofball Holden. Okay, his is the Mandela Act. Okay, go on, Egghead. What you coming with in the Mandela Act? Restricts solitary confinement within CDCR detention facilities. Miss Mia Senorita Chiquita Bonita of Alameda. She's coming with make medically supportive food, girl. Make medically supportive food and nutrition interventions when deemed medically necessary by healthcare providers. Ooh, a permanent part of Medi-Cal benefits in California. Go, girl. I don't know what the hell you're talking about with that. That has nothing to do with reparations. Do you guys get it? Oh, girl, this is Lion Lola, never Falana. She's over in Inglewood. So Lion Lola, she comes with address food injustice by requiring advance notification to community stakeholders prior to the closure of a grocery store in underserved or at-risk communities. Ooh, Lion Lola, girl. Again, it has nothing to do with reparations for foundational Black Americans. The last one is by Mike Simp the Wimp Gibson. Mike Simp the Wimp. This is your bill that's supposed to be some type of reparations bill, but you know it's not a reparations bill. Eliminate barriers to licensure for people with criminal records. Expansion of AB 2138 to prioritize African American applicants seeking, let's see, occupational licenses, especially those who are descendants. Again, that's not for us. That's for everybody else. That's for everybody else. What's his name? Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom is he like, okay, bring them on. You know, of course, as long as you don't have no cash payments in there, whatever. There's nothing in there for foundational Black Americans. The task force, they did the work. And I'm gonna tell you guys again, do not come at us with no freaking apology. Don't play with us. Do you understand me? I'm giving you guys fair warning. None of us want an apology from you. Cut the check or that's it. There's nothing else to say because all these bills are for the community. They are not for us.